Aquatuner balanced ball cube is the worst exploit since they fixed the tepidizer. Did they fix the tepidizer? I don't think they did. Since we're here, can you show me how the automation system works? Which automation system are you talking about? Sorry, Solo. That tube is green. Hi all, hi Gingerbolics. Raptor, good evening buddy, how are you mate? Do you have cooling lines behind the oil, or how are you piping your vents into that area? I'll show you in a second, before. What is a bore cube to the uninitiated? A bore cube is basically, I don't know if Saturnus wants to explain it or not, but it's basically a pump in a loop with an aquatuner to a vent, and then the vent will output the liquid above, like in a little box, above the where the pump is sat, comes out through a vent and then trickles back into the pool of water that the aquatuner is submerged in. And what that basically does, it's using surface tension. Is this the base? Oh no, this is one of our stream bases. Do I have anything like that on here? Oh, this was the massive tall base, wasn't it? I remember this. The main thing with the bore cube, that is one of the reasons why I don't necessarily use it, is because it relies on the surface tension. And not surface tension, but if you have like a partially submerged tile with like the liquid just meeting it and then trickle water into it, or liquid into it, there's a temperature change which is broken. And that's sort of how it works so efficiently. But it's a very clever build with what's currently in the game. I'm trying to see if I do anything like that in these builds. I don't think I really do. Possibly. No, not really. These are all bases, but it predates this, I think. This was Automalarchy. It's before that. Automalarchy, Lifegrow. What the fuck's that? I don't think that's it. Lag test. Oh Jesus, I remember this stuff. Dirt bugging. Oh, let's have a look at one of these. This is lagged out apparently. 1833. Let's have a look at what this base is. It's probably easiest if you have a look at, if you Google Saturnus, oxygen not included, bore cube, you should be able to find it pretty easy. It's really good. If it's something that you've not got anything against, do it. It's something I try not to build on stream because it's a little bit cheaty to me. But saying that, I do have some moral grey areas on that because I do use like water locks and overpressurized vents, so it's a tricky one. Take it easy, Bleakers. Thank you for popping in, buddy. Good to see you again. Take it easy. There's some aquatuners in the polluted water power plant at the top. Yeah, but they're not using the exploit mid. What they're basically doing is just activating when the temperature is needed. They were cooling a fertilizer synthesizer build. And there's one in the oil area. Yeah, that's the same thing. That was for cooling our oil refineries, if I remember rightly, but it wasn't trickled through a vent back into the liquid pool. How do those two aquatuner builds work? Yeah, sorry, that was a stream delay. Exactly like that. So they work with shut-off switches. The way that I normally use aquatuners in builds is I have them on liquid shut-off switches. So basically, the liquid shut-off switch will be regulated by a thermo switch in the same pool of oil as the aquatuner that basically monitors the temperature of the aquatuner. And you can do it with another switch on an AND gate to basically say if the liquid is below this temperature or whatever. And that'll basically bypass your aquatuner if the liquid goes below the temperature that you want or if the machine is too hot. So I use bore cube because I'm too lazy to do a nullifier setup, but the infinite pressure vent is way too exploited. Yeah, don't get me wrong, it's one of those things that I've used for a very long time, but I didn't used to use it. I used to be very much against it. The only reason I still use it is because it's just so damn handy. And it is something I can get round in theory anyway. Now that we've got high pressure vents that go to 20 kilos anyway, I definitely feel less bad about it. But I'll never use like an electrolyzer build, for example. I'd never do that. The cheaty multi-liquid electrolyzer builds, I'm very much against those. But I think this base might load. The music has stopped. This was a base I played on closed testing, I think. This was a very broken build. Oh. Now, a lot of things might be broken, so you'll have to bear with me. But I may have... Oh, okay. Some things seem to be broken. This was a base I built for close testing. There's a couple of little bits in this base that I found bugs and did a lot of tinkering and tweaking. It was back when you could put like valves to grow crops if you underfed them, and this is a similar concept to the bore cube, but without having it submerged in the same pool of liquid. So I'm technically doing the same thing here. So the way that this liquid vent is pumping liquid into another pool of liquid, if this was all submerged, this pool of liquid would get a larger gain in temperature loss. Loss in temperature gain? Than if it was just cooling directly back into the machine. There's a lot of things that are breaking here. I think it's down to wiring changes. Oh Christ! Oh yeah, it's got all shitty wires instead of inductive wires. Wow, I spent quite a bit of time on this base. In fairness, what cycle are we on? It's 1161. Holy shit! This was a big boy base, but obviously all this has changed now. Look at that storage area. All this has changed now. Oh, and this is a pressure oxygen setup, similar to what we built actually, just a much bigger version. So we've got a pump above and a pump below. It's just we've got way more electrolyzers in this build. I think I was starting to oxygenate the asteroid. Yeah. Jesus. Yeah, this is when the new plastic stuff was first released, and this was a build that I basically posted on the forums. People that were saying these things are too hot and they can't work, it's impossible, and then I basically linked this like, yeah, it works dead easy. We'll probably do a build like this as well for our pinch peppers and balm lilies. It's interesting looking back on old builds. There's a lot of stuff on here that I've just forgotten, like things that I used to do that I don't remember how to do anymore. The problems with an old brain. And yeah, fertilizer synth builds and stuff like that. This was a massive CO2 room, but we had like a CO2 deletion bug down here, or underneath the oil refinery actually. It actually runs. This game used to run at like 2 FPS, so it shows you how much optimization they put in the game. Like this save was called, what was it, Solo Experimentalism's lagged out or lost to lag. The fact that this still works, I'm quite blown away. What the hell? Oh shit! We have our puffed feeder room up here as well. So this is a massive evaporator room. Quite a lot of polluted oxygen being made. It's all being used. Oh, I know why. This was pumping a pipe down to my... Jesus Christ. Down to my liquid oxygen maker. But this probably is broken now. This used to make liquid oxygen, and then I think the liquid oxygen got dumped out here. So we had, yeah, loads of liquid oxygen. Jesus Christ, I've forgotten all about this build. Right, we'll go back to the real game. Holy shit. You never did check out that mod pack O2 overlay. No, I didn't, Saturnus. I completely forgot. That was one of the links. Did you hear me before, by the way? I did send you a message on Twitch about those links that you sent me, and I didn't get to see them because the chat log got lost. There was 2 things that you linked me. I think one was the battery thing that you linked earlier, and there was another thing. It was your oil upgrade preview base. It was after close. Yeah, there we go. No, that was the base that I built during closed, I think. Or was it before that? Maybe you're right. Heading out a bit early, ladies and gents. Adios. Take it easy on the half. Good to see you, everybody. Much love. Okay, this is interesting. I reloaded game because of lag and I'm missing 3 dupes. No messages about dying and they shouldn't have died. What the hell? I can get messages on Twitch. I had no idea. Yeah, I messaged you, buddy. Right. Let's do yeah, let's go back to the game. Yeah, I messaged you after the stream last night. I messaged you and I messaged Avon because I'd ignored your links because I didn't want to tab out the game. But I didn't want you to think that I didn't care, so I was interested. I feel really washed out tonight, like colour-wise. The camera's all playing up again. Right. Let us get back to building a monster base. What was I in the process of doing? I was doing this, wasn't I? That is a great pause. That is a great pause. Nice. These need to be swept into here, don't they? So is that what you're going to do now? If so. Nothing in your inbox though. It should just show up as a little tab at the bottom of your Twitch, Azernus, with like my name in it. Unless you've turned off not to receive messages from people. Right, that needs to go off right away. That should be fine. And we will deconstruct this. And then we just need this one to be done. And then finally this one. Unreachable bed, idle. Who's idle? Liam. What can you be doing, Liam? You can be delivering me some metal to some wire. How much refined metal have we got now? Not very much. Let us... Let's expand this straight down here. I might actually be able to power this pump off this bottom line as well. It's going to be 740 plus 960. Can I get this pump on as well? 740 plus 960, is that like 1600? 1700? Yeah, let's do that. So we're going to connect you to there. And deconstruct all of this. Oh, no. Get rid of you. And then we can get our massage tables connected on their own circuit, which will be nice. Let's get these wires deconstructed. In fact, we could do massage tables and oxygen in one hit. I just don't think I've got enough metal yet. Why did they build that already? Holy shit. That was quite efficient. Refined metal. We might just be able to get a couple of them powered. I might leave it a minute for some of this to be made. Fuck. 100 kilos, okay. That'll do. And what are we waiting for in you? Oh, we've got polluted oxygen trapped. Was this one done? I don't remember. Did we do this one on this left side? I can't remember. I kind of need somebody to come and breathe this polluted oxygen to see if it pops back up. Christ. Cutting this very, very fine still. I'm going to put a little vent up here because at some point I'm going to have hydrogen gens here and I can just put a little hydrogen into here to fill up the room as well. So let's do that. Or maybe down here somewhere. No. Okay, cheers, mate. Is there a certain site that helps with builds or advice for this game? The Clay Forums, Glacier. Make sure you're on the Clay Forums, buddy. People are generally helpful on there. Generally. This doesn't need to be anything special. Something like that. If I pipe oil like a radiator, then return it back to where the aqua tuner sits, the aqua tuner pumps in the liquid that's now hotter. Where does the net heat get deleted without exploit? Into the liquid it's sat in, mid. That's how it works. Whatever heat it absorbs, it pumps out into the liquid that it's sat in. I think your messages. You messaged some other poor schmuck who probably is a bit confused. I have messages on, but nothing showing. I clicked on your name through my bot, buddy, and sent them directly through the bot. So it goes straight through Twitch. Either way, I'll just load up a game, make a screenshot. Oh, thank you. I built 5 graves and put priority 9 on them. No bodies. They just disappeared. That's weird, Leppy. That's weird. They're not like trapped in some access only room or something, are they? That sounds bizarre. Right. The next step for this, I need to dig out some of this over here, which will mean I can get our oxygen pipes out, and then I need to pump all this to get all the hydrogen out of the room, and then we can start pumping in oxygen. That'll be that done. And then we just need to see what our nullifier will actually... Oh, shit. What our nullifier will actually do. If we can reach all of that, that would be great. We will cancel you. Cancel you. Should be able to get down there. Don't want that to be 9. Should be at 8. We're very, very, very out of algae. Oh shit, that's 3 high. Lidickhead. That'll do, that'll do. Very out of algae. Could quickly dig through some of this slime. Whilst it's only slime. What am I doing at all? I'm losing my mind. This is wrong. 1, 2, 3. Tie this over a little bit longer. So this needs to be done. Can start sealing this side of the base up as well. This one wasn't done. We're sure about that. Okay. Fuck's sake, I'm gonna check. That's done. Deconstruct you. So we need the tiniest amount. How much is here? 90 kilos. How much is here? 600 grams. Perfect. Perfect. That polluted oxygen is a slight problem. No, no, no. You jerk. Where are you fucking going? Where are you taking that? You penis. No. I'm only about saves now to see if I can find them. The worst part is it was my mech engineer and 2 extra dupes all masteries. Oh, that sucks, Leppy. Is it true the aqua tuna functions by taking liquid heat upon itself? So, if it's cooled by a body of liquid by 14 degrees, aqua tuna will take full. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And you need a way to cool the aqua tuna, or maybe aqua tuna doesn't take the heat upon itself at a 1-to-1 ratio. I think it does, Mid. It puts the heat into the liquid that it's in, but the way most people get around that is by drip feeding back into that pool of liquid, which is what I'm talking about. That's where we get the heat loss from. Thank you, Stern. That's much appreciated, buddy. I mean, I saw that Duke just wrecked you. He did. Fucking bastard. He's taken. Oh no, he's not taking the oil. He did just wreck me. That is fair. Let's make sure this is a lower priority. Son of a bitch. He completely fucking owned me, truth be told. Now I need to do the pause roulette. So. Perfect. Fucking perfect. Right, let's get rid of you. Sweep out you. Put in mesh tiles. We're almost there. I can smell the end. It smells like sex. Victory sex. Where's my vents going? Oh, I've done a stupid. I've done a stupid. I've done a stupid. I need to fix this. Gas pipes. You can stay there. You are going to have to come to... You can go up there. You can go over there. Oh, thank you very much, Turnus. I'll check all that out in a bit, buddy. Again, I'm slightly petrified of alt-tabbing at the minute, which sucks balls. Right, you're going to be the vent for this one, you're going to be the vent for this one, and you're going to be the vent for this one. Okay. You can just be made of whatever. Okay, and then we need this other pump in here. We should be good to go. And then I just need some logic in here, really, as a last thing. So, if, for example, let's see, how can we do this? I need to do this before I seal these rooms up. Should have done this as insulated pipe, really, but whatever. I thought we were ready. We're not ready to seal yet. We're not ready to seal.